This is the ABC 10 News Streamline, everything that you need to know in 10 minutes or less. Jimmy Kimmel Live is back on the air. He returned last night after a nearly week-long suspension for his controversial comments on the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Kimmel, tearful at times, discussed the reason for his suspension.
It was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man. I don't think there's anything funny about it. I posted a message on Instagram on the day he was killed, sending love to his family and asking for compassion, and I meant it, and I still do. Nor was it my intention to blame any specific group for the actions of what it was obviously a deeply disturbed individual.
In his opening monologue, Kimmel also defended free speech. Disney says after it lifted the suspension, after they lifted it, had this, quote, thoughtful conversations with Jimmy. Now, President Trump posted to Truth Social in reaction, saying his audience is gone and his talent was never there. Why would they want someone back who does so poorly, who's not funny? Media groups Sinclair and Nexstar Media say that they will not air the show on their stations. A single-engine Cessna crashed while trying to land at Fallbrook Community Air Park on Tuesday. ABC 10 News anchor Max Goldwasser went to the scene where the pilot was miraculously able to walk away.
Yeah, it was quite a shock, just kind of seeing that. Like, I've been flying for about 15 years, in total. I've never actually seen a crash.
That all changed for Matthew Stewart on Tuesday. He's a certified flight instructor and was in the middle of a flight review about to land at the Fallbrook Air Park just after 2 p.m. when a fellow pilot reached out to him on the air-to-air frequency.
First I heard from him is that he was established on final below me and let me know about that. And so I was like, okay, yeah, we got you. We'll follow you in. And yeah, he looked great. Everything was normal up until the very last, few seconds before the landing.
Stewart, looking out the window of his plane, says he watched this Cessna 182 about 100 feet from the runway start to lose control and make an emergency landing on the road below.
Looked like he was going to be okay, just kind of landing on the road itself because it was relatively a straight road for at least a little bit. And it's kind of hard to see with all the trees around, but then all of a sudden I saw a big fireball erupt. I thought for sure he died because it was a big, burst of flame. Yeah, my heart sank.
The only person in the plane was the pilot, and he not only survived, but didn't even go to the hospital, walking away with minor injuries. That's him in the gray t-shirt right there. No cars on the road were hit, and the fire was put out immediately.
Obviously, when we respond, a plane crash is a big deal. We're preparing for the worst and hoping for the best, and that's exactly what came out in this scenario.
An anonymous source I spoke with at the scene says the pilot flew in from French Valley Airport in Murrieta. It's about 22 miles away, and said the pilot had no idea what happened. Stewart thinks the plane might have stalled, preventing it from gaining altitude, or there could have been engine issues, but we won't know until the FAA and NTSB complete their investigation. In the meantime, Stewart says one thing is for sure.
I guess, God was saying, nope, you got a few more years on that earth, dude.
In Fallbrook, Max Goldwasser, ABC 10 News.
Oh, glad he is okay. United Airlines flights, they're back in the air after a half-hour ground stop Wednesday morning. The Federal Aviation Administration order came after the airline reported a technological issue. United says it was a brief connectivity problem and that normal operations have resumed. This comes 1 month after another ground stop tied to United's computer systems. During that stop, more than 1,000 flights were delayed or canceled. I want to show you this viral video catching an Evel Knievel moment when a driver in a stolen car jumped over a drawbridge in Seattle to get away from police. Let's go ahead and show that to you again. You see the car there broke through the safety gate, then sped onto the partially raised bridge where it went airborne. The chase ended when the driver abandoned the car. Police are using dash cam videos, however, to track down the person behind the wheel. We want to go to the latest on the deadly typhoon slamming the Philippines, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and southern China. At least 14 people have died from the storm in Taiwan after a natural dam collapsed, unleashing 68 million tons of water. In southern China, about 2 million people have been evacuated. Typhoon Ragasa is the strongest storm so far this year. If you're in the market for a new apartment, you might want to listen up. The Better Business Bureau has a warning about fees just to view a listing.
If you're a California apartment renter, there's a law limiting how much you have to pay for an application fee. But How about a fee just to see the property? I'm Joe Ducey with the Better Business Bureau, warning ABC 10 News viewers about a new fee many call a money grab. BBB Scam Tracker shows similar complaints. Had to pay for a pre-screening to get the chance to apply for the apartment. A $49 fee before seeing the property. No thank you. I've never paid for an apartment viewing. It makes no sense. He's right. Why pay any fee before you even know if you're interested? Some say they even had to pay before getting a virtual tour. In California, there's a $64 limit to what can be charged for rental application fees, and that includes a credit check. But they're calling this a pre-screening fee, which means an application fee could follow. And some say once paid, they never hear back. This is a great example of why you must check out a business before paying anything. We went to bbb.org, checked out one of the most complained about businesses, finding they have an F rating and an alert saying they won't respond to us about complaints. Contact your Attorney General's office if you think you've been wrongly charged here. And find a rental you can at least see before paying anything. Go to bbb.org to check those reviews and report scams. More on this at 10news.com, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, big change coming to the MLB. It's approved the use of so-called robot umpires. Oh, this is going to be interesting. So the automated ball strike system, or ABS, is set to debut next season. It's meant to help umpires call balls and strikes. ABS will be used when teams challenge a call, which can be used for 2 calls a game. Now, the league says the whole process will take just 15 seconds.
With the Padres officially in the playoffs, a new portrait of Jackson Merrill has joined the East Village. There's more to this masterpiece than what meets the eye. It adds on to other downtown fixtures like this one of No Joe, Mr. Padre, and so many others in San Diego County. But what is it about this portrait that makes it so eye-popping? Well, in my opinion, it's the people who painted it.
I do the neon text and that kind of lighting thing. Carly does really good portraits. I'd say the best portraits out there.
These two painters spent the last 3 weeks crafting this 4-story, eye-popping portrait of Jackson Merrill using spray paint. That's awesome.
We chose something that was special to us. It's that moment after he gets a clutch RBI where he gets on base, he looks back at the dugout, and he just gives him that war cry, that battle cry, that ah!
I can't make this up. The people who painted this mural met right over here 13 years ago.
We've been looking at this wall for a long time. It's been one of our goals is to paint this wall.
The portrait is a collaboration with Merrill's family to raise awareness for their foundation, which helps fund youth travel sports.
He's accomplished, hard worker, great teammate, really a model player from our perspective.
And as the Padres head to the playoffs, this 4-story tribute to Jackson Merrill isn't just art. It's a statement that this phenom's impact on San Diego goes beyond the diamond. But Merrill's ready to create his own masterpiece this postseason.
And that's your ABC 10 News Streamline. Everything you need to know today in under 10 minutes.